Hi. Meow. Wow. Firstly, I hope everybody's having a good day, and secondly, I wanted to do a video about things that help me with my tics, because I've done this on TikTok before, but I've never done it in a YouTube video. So this is all the things that I use and things that I know other people use to help calm tics, and just to make living with them a little bit easier. A lot of these things are going to be helpful for motor tics, which are movements, because they're the ones that cause the most disruption, I think. So yeah, I hope this is helpful to some people, and I hope these tips can make your life a little bit easier. Number one, I'm going to do this in a little section of distraction techniques. So the biggest thing that helps with my tics is music. Music is a godsend. Meow, fuck off! It's literally like a miracle when it comes to Tourette's. It's amazing. I don't think I've met one person that isn't helped by music, so I definitely recommend trying it if you haven't already. I play music myself. I'm actually releasing a song, link here, and so playing music can really help, but if you're not a musical person and you don't have instruments and stuff like that, even just listening to music can be really calming. I always make sure I have headphones, AirPods, or a speaker or some form of music around me. And when I go out, I always make sure I have them in my bag just in case, because it always gives me that little bit of safety for if my tics do get worse, I can put headphones in, cancel out the rest of the world and try and calm down. And usually that works pretty well. This seems like a good point to say. I also have a link for you guys. If you don't have any streaming platform, you don't have any method of getting music, you can get 3 months completely free of Amazon Music if you use my link. So hopefully that can help you guys if you don't have anything to listen to music on, because I know it can be difficult to find it everywhere. The link will be here if you wanna if you wanna redeem that. You get 3 months completely free. You can cancel anytime, so you don't have to pay anything. You get access to unlimited 90 million songs, podcasts are included, everything like that, and you can listen offline, so you can literally have it anytime, which is very useful. Okay, so the next thing that helps me is physical distractions, such as fidget toys. I have a lot of mine in my drawer in this little bin, but I do have a lot more than this. Tangles can be really good because they just are good to fidget with, and I find that if I do this, I don't tick as much with my hands, so if I'm having a very physical tic day, I can use one of those and then it stops me from giving people the middle finger, which is very useful in school. You can also get those which you can add to lanyards and stuff like that, so that you can always have them on hand, and I use mine all the time. It also helps with anxiety as well as tics. These things aren't limited to just people with Tourette's. Anyone who feels that they can be benefited by it can use it. Another thing that helps is chewing gum. I always have gum with me pretty much everywhere I go. Okay, we're back. My camera died. I always carry gum with me pretty much everywhere I go because I find that if I distract my mouth by chewing something, I don't tic as much because my mouth isn't looking for a distraction. So I guess it interrupts the signals between my mouth and my brain, or it diverts them somewhere else. Sometimes I can't chew gum, if I'm in a tic attack I can't, because there's a chance that I could swallow it and choke on it, so only do this if it's safe for you. The next thing I have that helps with my tics is medical IDs. I do have a sunflower lanyard. I'm not sure where it is at the minute, which is a little bit concerning, but I take that with me everywhere I go. Every time I go to college I wear it. And that has a couple fidgets on the end, my Tourette's Action ID card, which explains Tourette's and has my face on it and stuff, so that it's more official, people will believe me. I have information about my seizures. I have a medical scan, a scannable ID thing on there, so that if you scan it, it brings up a digital copy of all my medical information and all contacts and stuff like that, which is really helpful. It was from a really genius small business called Camo Resin Tech, I believe. I'll put an iCard. I got a wristband too, which if you hold the front of your phone up to it, it brings up the page as well. So I thought that was just a genius idea and they sent that out to me, which has been really helpful. I also have these cards which explain different things. Different things that I have. So I always have those in my bag when I go to college and stuff as well. Just so that I've got an extra bit of info for if someone asks about something and I can't quite explain in the moment. Those are from Stickman Communications. I'll leave all the links to all these things in the description, and I'll also leave I'll also leave a link to an Amazon list I've created with all the links to the products that I have. I've called it stuff I have for tics, Tourettes and FND. All the links are in there so that it's directly the things that I have. And I've put braces, ID cards, Tourettes apparel, loads of things in there, so go check down there if you're looking for any of these products. It's not sponsored or anything, I just thought that would help you guys. Another thing to do with IDs that I also have is from Tourette's Action. From the Tourette's Action website, in their shop they have these little like handout cards. They're like business cards that explain what Tourette's is and what swearing like coprolalia is and stuff like that. And so I have a couple packs of those, which I can hand out to people. So if I always keep a few of those in, I can give people the information so that they don't have to remember it, they can read up on it later. And they've been very helpful, especially in school. The next kind of category of things that I want to talk about is things like braces, medical things, and heat packs. All the kind of things that I have to help with motor tics and like the pain from tic attacks, and things that protect me during tic attacks. First thing is microwavable heat packs. These things have been a godsend. I have one really big one which is great. It's about this big. So it's kind of the shape of a pillow. You put it in the microwave with half a cup of water for a couple minutes and then it heats it up, and it's a heat pack. Pretty self-explanatory, but it's great for putting on muscles, so I use them all the time on my neck because I get a lot of neck and shoulder pain from like the repetition of my tics, and also when my tics throw my head back I can get whiplash from it. So I'm currently recovering from a shoulder injury from my Tourette's. I've literally had a heat pack on my shoulder every single day. It's been great. I have little ones as well that are like kind of long shaped so that you can put them around any bit of your body that you need to. So they've been super handy. I also have reusable ice packs which we put in the freezer, so we always have them on hand in case my Tourette's decides to hit something, if I bruise a knuckle, anything where there's an injury. It's always handy to have ice on hand, but that's a more sustainable way of doing it because we can just reuse the same ice packs because you just put them back in the freezer. The next thing I have is braces. Things like braces, wraps, supports, all these medical things that people don't actually realise you can order straight off Amazon. You can get them online anywhere, you don't have to get them from a doctor. So I have a couple wrist braces for each wrist. I have wrap ones which are light support, which are good for when my wrists are just recovering from an injury, or if I keep hitting them here, I can put that on just for a bit of padding. I also have sturdy wrist braces that have a metal strip down the front and back to keep it straight, which is great for when I have hand locking due to FND or tics that make my hands do that, or if I'm recovering from an injury. That helps keep it straight so it can force it into a safe position. I also have knee braces, ankle braces, just braces for any joint that can be injured by my tics. The knee braces are also really good for padding, so if I have tics where I'm falling a lot and hitting my knees on the floor, I'll put those on just to add an extra layer so that I don't completely destroy my kneecaps. For protection, condoms, fuck, suck my dick. Not that kind. For protection from my tics and tic attacks, I have a lot of different gloves and things that I can put around me. I do have a pair of huge boxing gloves which I've used a couple times, but because they're so huge I don't tend to use them unless my tics are being specifically very, very violent. I tend to use these little pink boxing gloves that I have. I think they're actually for boxing training, so protect your hands, so they're specifically for protecting your knuckles. I have a couple different things. I either put a glove on with a sponge in it, which is what we did at the start before I got specialised gloves. You can literally just cut up like a kitchen sponge and put it in some fingerless gloves, and that does the job of protecting it. So that's a good makeshift option for if you don't have the money to buy extra things, or if you don't want to clutter up your house by buying loads of gloves. You can also get these big chunky gloves that have a lot of padding, a lot of protection, and they do those on Amazon, so they're in the list in the description if you want a link to those. And then pillows are great. Pillows are a really good resource. I literally pad everything around me with pillows. When I have either a seizure, tic attack, anything like that to do with FND or Tourette's, I use pillows and pad everything so that it's safe and I can't hit myself off anything. The next thing I recommend is jewellery. Chew necklaces and chew fidgets are really, really handy for when you have tics that are quite damaging. Oh, ow. If I stop talking about it, it triggers it. Time to put it on. This is my favourite chew necklace. I really like it because it kind of looks like a crystal, so it matches my outfits pretty easily. Instead of biting my finger or biting my hand, stuff like that, I can try and re-divert my tics to bite this. And it's just silicone, it's bendy, so it doesn't hurt to chew on, and it's safe to chew on. See? It's helpful. These are also really good for people who needs to stim. So people with autism, people with ADHD, anxiety, anything, wow, where you feel the need for sensory input. It's also very good for that. Literally just from biting then, I've already bitten into that finger, so it's very easy to do damage like that, so these are very important. Even if I'm not wearing one on the day, and if my biting tics aren't too bad like they are at the minute, wow! I tend to always bring one in my bag just in case, because I never know when I'm gonna need it. I actually forgot to take one of these to Tourette's camp, and I ended up biting other people's, wow, chew necklaces because they were trying to save my fingers from myself. Thanks, Erin. And another thing that helps with my tics, this is a little bit different to a physical item, but planning stuff, wow, like having care plans and giving information to schools, colleges, workplaces, anywhere that you're going to be spending a lot of time. Making like an educational health care plan is really, really beneficial, and I highly recommend setting up meetings with your school and properly educating them. Because even though Tourette's isn't seen as like a medical thing, it really is, because you need a lot of support, you need a lot of like different things like fidgets, you might need to chew gum in class, you might need to have headphones in, and you might need help with exams. Like I have 25% extra time, a separate room, rest breaks, things like that that just help me get through with my tics. So having a care plan in place and having the proper education in your college or in your school or workplace is really, really helpful. And I think that's everything I can think of off the top of my head. There's tons of things that help tics. This isn't an exclusive list of the things that you can use. If anything helps you tics, use it, share it, put it in the comments, because I'm sure I've missed a couple things, or there might be something that I actually don't know about. Feel free to tell me in the comments what helps you, what you use for your tics, and I hope this helps somebody. Again, if you want any links for anything I've mentioned in this video, I'm going to put it all in the description. Wow! And there'll be a list to all the links for these items. I hope you have a lovely day. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked the video. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos like this, and I also have fun things like challenges and some music. You can go pre-save my song now. Link is here and also in the description. Thank you. I hope you have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Bye. Wow! Do you like dick? Fuck off.